Hey ladies and gents, Solid Snake here with you. Apparently the last time I did a video on using the Shrikes in the F4, I misstated a few facts, so I'm going to try and correct them today in this video. As you can see, I'm cold and dark, so I'm going to go through the startup and get myself loaded, because there are some new features that DCS added with the last update, which introduced the F4, which I did not show last time either. So let's get started. So, ground crew, rearm, refuel, select my Shrike loadout. Alright, so as you can see, there's these little yellow triangles on here. If you go under here, you can now select the guidance kit, and you can do it with some bombs too, where you can change the fuses. So since we're going after a P-19 radar, we're going to want, or the P-15, we're going to want the Mark 37 warhead on all four.
Request rearming.
Put on the helmet here.
Copy.
Activate the master engine right and left. Have the crew chief load the starter cartridges.
Roger. Cartridges are loaded.
Come down here and start this engine start right. Get to 10 RPMs, or 100 I guess it would be. Throttle forward and hold the starter switch. And release. Repeat for the left. Release, come over here and turn on the generator so Jester can get started in the back. Set my comms. IFF panel.
Let me know when you're done with the generator so I can start. Roger. What alignment do you want? Roger that. Stored heading alignment.
Turn on the oxygen. Turn on the stabilizers. Crank up the tone volume. And that should be it until we start to take off. Or at least till Jester gets done. Well, I guess I could go ahead and turn this on. Set my barometric altimeter. turn on the RWR. So yeah, I've got a Google Doc I will link in the video description for the warhead selectors and which one goes to which. That will hopefully be updated as people make updates to it and figure out these for your help. Also have this knee board that I can post in there too for you. That gives an indication on what tones and which ones have tones, which ones are tones and guidance, which ones is guidance and no tones. So I'll try and post that in the video link for you too. Alright, so primary guidance. Hazard traffic, Mob 66 taxiing from parking to runway 28 right via Alpha Echo. Have the crew chief remove the wheel chocks.
Roger. Yes, sir. Chalk's out. You're all set? Looking good? Have a good flight?
Edit the flight
and
plan.
Disconnect.
Okay, where did it go? I put P19, but it's actually P15.
Roger. You got steering back to secondary flight plan.
So let's taxi and take off. There's somebody else starting up their F4.
This flight going to be treetop? Okay.
Let's close the canopy.
Canopy down and locked, lights out and stripes aligned.
Check the F10 map for the airfield, make sure no one's coming in. Nope, we're good. Hazard traffic, Mob 66 taxiing onto runway 28 right for lineup and departure.
Shit, you're too fast. Man, the CO will bust our balls for that. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Mud, 7 o'clock. You're in Mud? 7 o'clock. Patriot, Patriot. Gears moving. Gear up. Flaps up.
Turn on the center fuel tank I've got. Alrighty, so airborne. I'm gonna come back when I'm closer to the AO, because we have 123 miles to go. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and just watch silence. So, be back in a few. Shift 5, shift 6. Alrighty, so I'm about 60 miles out, so time to start warming these things up. To do that, we're going to come down here and click these 4 buttons, which are the outer wing and under wing stations. Turn the selector delivery mode to direct and select weapon to arm. As you can see, the needles have come alive and there's a tone. So I've got my vertical and horizontal lineup. Unfortunately, we do not get a range. You kind of have to pre-plan and know where things are for that. Which is why I put the map marker down that I did. Now, I mean, I could go ahead and fire them, but there's no guarantee they would hit, and I'd have to adjust for the loft angle myself. So I'm just going to try and get within 4 or 5 miles, or 8 to 6 miles, and lob them in there. So let's uncage the HUD, air to ground mode.
nails on our nose,
deselect
12
those for
o'clock.
a minute. Punch that tank away. Bring it back to off.
Let out checking in on 254.
Mud on our nose, 12 o'clock. SA 15.
We have a flanker within 60 miles of Palooza. Bearing is west. Southwest.
Let's kick in the burner. To go. Alright, there is the site right there underneath my pipper. Now coming into my pipper, so I'm going to pull back on the throttle. Alright, we just hit 8 miles. 7. So let's see here. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, those are some nails, 2 o'clock.
I think that one's gonna fall short. And I think they all fell short. Alright, so there you go. That's an update on the Shrikes on the DCS F-4E. This is Solid Snake signing off. Alrighty, have a good one.